y'all. It's your girl Kat from the You Grow Gurl Podcast, and I am so excited to be back with you guys once again on a new episode. And so today we've got a new guest, and her name is Brittany Rollison. We are so excited to have her. Y'all help me welcome Brittany to the show.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you. I'm
welcome.
happy
You're
to be
welcome.
here.
Absolutely, absolutely. No, we are happy that you are here. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Brittany, for joining me today.
Yes. Thank you
I
for having me.
always love when I can be graced with more
Yes.
beauty, okay?
Thank
On this show. Y'all see it every single time y'all tap in, okay?
you.
Beautiful queens are coming through here. And so how you been, girl?
I've been good.
That's
I've
good.
been good.
That's good.
Yes.
Yes, that is really good. So we gonna jump right into the conversation today. I've been so excited to get you on this show. And I said to myself, okay, she gonna get on here, whether I gotta keep bugging her, but we made it happen. And
Yes,
so
we
I'm
did.
so glad that you are here with me today.
Yes.
So let's start chatting. So first, how's your family? How's the kids doing?
They're doing good.
They're
They're
doing
great.
good. Okay. How old are they?
14, 6, and soon to be 4 in August.
Yay,
I know.
4. That
I
goes by
know.
so fast, right?
It does.
Oh my God.
It's like bing.
Right. Before you know it. It's like, what in the world
Yep.
just happened here? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
My oldest turned 17. My 7-year-old's getting ready to turn 8 in
Okay.
September already.
Okay.
And I'm just like, what in the
Where does the
world just
time go?
happened? Like,
Yeah.
how are you about to be 8?
Yeah.
Yes, and school's getting ready to start. How's that going? We ready to go back to school? Not
Not
yet. Not
yet.
yet.
It's
Not yet.
still in the process. It's still
Yeah,
working.
yeah. So what about the four year
Yeah.
old? The 4 year old, my good, because that goes by very, very fast. I remember when my youngest was in that kind of out of the toddler, but coming getting ready to do the kindergarten thing,
Mhm.
So is he ready to go to school when everybody else goes to school? Do he want to go to school or she?
He's not ready, but my 6-year-old
The
is.
6 year old
Yeah,
is
he's
okay.
ready.
Okay.
He's like, Mama, I'm ready to go. I'm like, okay, babe.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta figure that part out for you.
Yes,
So,
all boys. Hey, boy, mom in the building.
man.
Boy mom, shout out to the boy moms. I'm a boy mom too. So that's a
Yes.
beautiful thing.
Yes.
So tell me, what are some things I like to kind of change things up a little bit, but what are some things you like to do in your free time?
Wow. Lately my free time has been like my solitude time.
Yes.
And the reason why I said that is because I feel like God has literally like been just stripping and moving things like
Mm,
playing Tetris with my life or something.
okay.
Because
Mm-hmm.
now I'm just either, spending time with my devotional book.
Yes.
Um I'm cooking of course for my kids,
Yes.
spending time with them.
Yes.
Read my Bible from time to time, going to church. That's
Yes.
pretty much in work. That's all
Yes.
I do. And then
Okay.
working on my businesses on the side.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of my time is going just there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we're gonna get into the businesses on the side later on,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and I love that you mentioned that your solitude time. That's your time to do the
Mm-hmm.
things with your children,
Yeah.
your time to have your me time,
Mm-hmm.
and then you also talked about your spirituality, your faith time, right? Where you
Yes.
pick up the Bible from time to time.
Yes.
So, so where do you? So I just want to while we're talking about faith and everything because that's near and dear to my heart,
Mm-hmm.
and that is my foundation. Like I am rooted in my faith, and I
Yeah.
know that I cannot do the things that I do each and
Yes.
every day without
Yes.
him keeping me.
Yeah.
This podcast wouldn't be what it is unless I, came to him and stripped things in order to make sure I move forward.
Mm-hmm.
So when you think about, your spirituality, and maybe you grown in your spirituality, like what has that been like for you?
Wow. I would say within this year, because like a few years ago when my son was like 1 years old,
Okay.
I had a moment with God where I felt like at that time I was really building my spirituality. And what I
Mm,
mean by that is I was getting up in the morning, I had my Bible, I had my journal.
yes.
I would turn on some like what do you call it? Like prayer music.
Absolutely. Got
I
you
don't
some
know why
gospel.
that
Got you some gospel
I don't
going.
know. Yeah, gospel. I'm like, what is it? What am I?
Yeah.
Gospel music.
That's right.
And then or just any type of calming music,
Yeah.
to get me centered.
Right.
And so I would pray and then like, whatever comes to me, I'll journal it.
Okay.
or just my thoughts, whatever it is that I'm going into that moment. And then I fell off.
Okay.
I just, straight away,
It happens. Mm-hmm.
and then lately, like within this year, since I started going back to church,
Okay.
and when we were fasting, we had that
Yes.
time. I felt myself like getting more connected with
Mm.
God, and so now I've been in a space where um, certain things has happened
Yes.
in my personal life to
Yeah.
where now I feel like he's drawing me more into a place of solitude.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm even in a space where, like, okay, I need your attention. There's certain people that I don't talk to anymore.
Yeah.
There's certain people that I'm like, okay, what happened with that relationship? Or there's certain things where it's like, okay, it's been revealed that I need to remove myself from certain, situations or certain, rooms
Yes.
because it's not, for me anymore.
It's not aligning.
Yeah, it's not aligning.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, yeah, I feel like that's where I've been lately,
Wow.
honestly.
That's so good.
Yeah, and I've been praying a lot more too.
Okay.
I'm
The power of prayer.
What's funny is I noticed myself and it's not even intentionally.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like I have to do it. I don't know if that makes sense.
Oh, it does.
But it feels like I have to pray in that day, no matter what. I don't care if I'm cooking. I don't
Yes.
care if I'm in the shower.
Yes.
I don't care if I'm like getting myself together. I have to say some type of prayer throughout that day because I feel like if I don't, I'm not doing something right, or I'm not giving him my time.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I've been lately with my faith.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good because it literally, I remember, and what made me think of this is when you said that stripping away things,
Yes.
and whether that be people, and I talk about this a lot on the show,
Man.
whether that be people, right, or
God.
the certain things, all of that,
Yes.
right? Like sometimes it has to happen in that way
Yeah.
for you to be able to see what he has on the other side for you.
Yeah.
Because not everybody sees the vision the way you see it.
Yeah.
And not everybody can go with you because you're now going up and they're still here. And so being able to
God.
find yourself centered
Yeah.
and being able to tap into him
Yeah.
and staying in prayer daily, no matter what the
Yeah.
situation is, during that fasting time, I even remember crying, like
Yes.
crying out to him, going, I'm hungry, but
Yeah.
but I also felt like I was birthing something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And so he sometimes pulls us to our knees sometimes, especially during that fasting time, where I did start to see where things and people started to change.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
But quickly I had to say, well, your will be done.
And
You
it's
know,
like when you say give him that yes.
That's it right
when
there.
you give him your yes,
That's
that's
it.
it. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, now I'm gonna start making some moves in your life that you go feel. And then for me,
Yeah.
there's been certain things that I've been holding on to
Mm.
that I had signs multiple times, but I didn't take heed of that.
Yeah.
I just looked past it like, okay, well, I'm gonna still work with it. I'm gonna still manage it. I'm gonna
That's
still
right.
try to, and it's like, no, you keep hitting a door.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
open it.
He's like, Brittany, come on now.
Go through. Like,
Right.
you need to get it right.
Yeah.
And so that's how I feel. Like now lately, there's been things that has like been revealed to me or I feel like I had a revelation about where
Okay.
I'm like, okay, dang, I should have really left that alone a long time ago. I should have really removed myself from that situation.
Yeah.
Or like say if it's in regards to people,
Right.
it's like, I don't know. There's a certain feeling. I guess you would call it having discernment.
Okay.
Because I'm starting to learn what discernment is.
Yes.
I'm starting to learn what consecration is. I'm starting to learn these different words that I didn't even know before. And I've been in and out of church since I was a young thing.
Same girl.
So I'm
right with you.
How is it that I'm not knowing what these words were before?
Right.
And so, yeah.
Because, and not to cut you off, it's
okay.
because your relationship has changed.
It's crazy.
And why it's crazy is because before, and I'm like right with you.
Yeah.
I was going to church, and it's a big difference when you just going to church, and when you're really, really invested in the Bible and learning the Bible,
Mm-hmm.
right? And listening to the words,
Mm-hmm.
right? And knowing what those words actually mean. And again, I was raised in a church just like you. And so for so many years, I was going to church, all that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I went to church, on a Sunday. And then now I find myself, and we may be alike on this because we see each other a lot.
Yeah.
I'm like at Bible study, I'm
Yep.
at choir rehearsal, I'm like at all these things. And I'm like, wait, how did I end up at everything? But it feels so good.
Yeah.
There is no place I wouldn't rather be except for with my family,
Mm-hmm.
but I love going to church.
Yes.
You know what I
Same.
mean?
Yep. It's a feeling,
So
and for me, when I go to church, that's my time
that's right.
for myself.
That's right.
Like, okay, my kids, they take a lot of my time, but when I go to church, that's just my me time there. That's where a lot of my me time goes.
Right.
Aside from when I'm at home, and
Yes.
that's where a lot of my me time goes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, girl. We could talk about that for we could talk
Yeah.
about that for hours. But I do want to make sure that I get into, where you draw your strength from,
Mm-hmm.
because I sense a peace and a grace from you.
That I never had before.
Okay. So I'm like, so I sense that about you
God.
without really knowing everything. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And I think that you don't have to know a lot about a person to really sense a grace and a peace over their life.
Yeah.
So where besides, your spirituality, like where do you draw this strength from? Because there's somebody gonna watch this show
Yeah.
and look at you and really not know your story,
Yeah.
but and we'll talk about more things, but where do you draw strength from?
Wow. Um, I think that would be the fact that, okay, I'm a single mom.
Okay.
For those who know that I'm a single mom.
Yeah.
And me having to, I gotta push.
Okay.
I gotta push. If whatever choices that I make,
Yes.
my kids have to take, they take on that.
Right.
And so I have to make the right choices. I can't do certain things that's going to put me in a position that they're going to see what
Yes.
it is that I do.
Okay.
And then it's going to hinder them. So I have to put myself in the right positions, and I have to persevere. I have to push forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I have these little people following me too.
That's right.
So I think that, and then incorporating God in my life.
That's right. Okay.
More, I'm telling you, like, even if it's a short prayer, like, and a lot of times there's times where I even sing, like, say if I don't, and I'm not a singer, but I'll just sing a song, to God if I'm not able to pray.
That's right.
Like,
Go and do it, girl. Go and do it. I can feel it. It's coming.
like, I don't know if like even some what they call secular music.
Okay, yeah.
I would change it into devoting it to God.
Come on now.
I don't know if you know. Of course you know. What the heck? It's a song by Jodeci.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
Yes.
My heart. I would sing that to
Yes.
God. So
yes.
stuff like that is what I do.
Right.
Even in my alone time.
Yeah.
So I honestly now, as we're talking,
Right.
I'm realizing that a lot of my time has been going to given to God, and
That's
I'm not
amazing.
even like that's crazy.
That's so good.
But
no, that's so good.
But because how you feel, like how they say, I'm trying to see how they explain it. You know how you like how they say, okay, when you feel like you've forgiven somebody, but you didn't really forgive. I'm feeling that, like, that's an example. Like, I felt like I gave myself to God before.
Ooh.
Like, I got baptized at 21.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I was in a choir before.
Yes.
Like, when I had my son, I was like around age 22.
Okay.
Like, I was doing those things, but I was just doing it. I was just in the motion. I wasn't really doing it. Like I said, I didn't know what consecration was.
Right.
I didn't know that's a stripping away for God to get closer to you.
Yes.
I didn't know. Like, it's funny, like last year I was trying to fast, and I'm like asking friends, like, how do you fast?
Right.
Like, and how do you connect with God? Like,
Right.
I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
But when I did it with the church, I was like, okay, this is
This,
intense,
yes.
but I'm doing it.
Right.
Like, I fell off. I'm gonna get back on.
Yes.
So, you know, like,
Look.
this is real.
Yes, it is.
So I'm like, okay, this is what true, you know, so a lot of stuff I'm relearning, and I'm actually, and I guess because I'm actually paying attention to it. So I'm just like, wow, okay. I just feel a difference.
That's so good.
Like seriously, it's a difference.
Yeah. That's so good. I'm just thinking about like all the things that you're saying. It also like it equates to some of the things that I feel. So
Yeah.
like what you're saying, and I'm thinking about like, you know, when the fasting happened and how real that was, and realizing like what I remember one of my guests said, "What is fasting?" when she was on here. She was like, you know, because she went through that too. She was
Yeah.
like, they told me to fast, and I'm like, fast what? What are you talking about? Wait a minute, this is real, you
Right.
know? But in the end, the things that come from that,
Yeah.
she was able to see what it meant to truly surrender,
Yeah.
you know, and having praying friends. Okay, I think that's another thing. Praying friends
Yes. Yes.
is something to me that has been like life changing.
Yeah.
People praying for me when I don't even realize they pray. I'm like getting messages sometime like I'm praying for you.
Yeah.
That's new.
That's beautiful.
That's new for me. And not that some people weren't probably praying for me before,
Yeah.
but to be able to call or send a message and say it out loud that they're praying for me
Yeah.
is different.
It is.
You know, so it's definitely a good place to be in. So I'm glad we are having a conversation about that, because
Yes.
I mean, that part right there,
And can I say this
of
too?
course.
So, like, I told you I've been in a hardship, you know,
Yes.
and the hardship has like rolled over to like a month and a half now that I'm
Okay.
in it. So,
Yes.
just being, you know, transparent.
Absolutely.
Like, there's certain things, and there's certain, you know, there's been certain events that's been happening in that time,
Okay.
and I know just the other day there was an incident that happened with someone on the phone.
Okay.
And then, you know, I was talking to my mom, and you know, we was having a conversation, and then, you know, went to my room and was, you know, just cleaning up or whatever. And then I don't know, I had a feeling that came over me where I just started smiling. I'm like, you know what? Thank you, God. Like, thank you. Like, I just want to tell you thank you. Just thank you. And I'm like, I'm okay. Like, I'm good. Like, thank you. And then after that, I came in my room and I was like, yeah, you know what, Mom, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Like, I was stressed, but I felt like it was a sense of peace that came over me. It was a sense of comfort. It felt good.
Yes.
And I was like, wow, like, it's gonna be okay.
That's
but thank
right.
you for showing me this. And now I know that I'm gonna just press forward from that.
That's right.
And I can't explain it, but yeah, it felt good.
You know what? It's one of those things where it's your relationship and how your relationship has truly grown. Because what happened was you were tested, or you're being tested in this season that you're
Yeah.
in right now,
My
and he's
God.
asking you, do you trust me?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep stripping you of some things that you may not want me to strip you from,
Yeah.
but I'm going to strip you anyway
Yeah.
to see if you still trust me. You may get whatever information came through the phone that may not have been what you wanted to hear,
Yep.
but I'm going to see if you're going to pop off first.
Nope.
I'm going to see if you're going to get upset first.
Not even.
Right. Exactly, that part, right? I'm going to see what you going to really do.
Yep.
But what you did was you told the enemy, not today.
Yep.
He gets all the glory.
All of it.
And I'm going to thank him anyway.
Yep.
Because whatever transpired and through that call is not what's going to take over. Because we both know that sometimes when people start to give you a certain energy, we naturally take that energy and start to carry it.
Yes.
Okay?
That
Naturally.
oh my God.
We naturally grab it, and then we're trying to figure out what to do with it. Like, like I really want to act up, right? Like I tell my mom all the time, Mama, you know, and she's like, get it together, girl. You know, but we naturally do it. We take it on, and we forget, like, wait a minute, this actually isn't for me. It's actually theirs. And so, yes, I'm here and they're bringing it to me, but how am I going to counteract that with something positive,
Yes.
because it's all negative coming, but how can I change what's actually happening? I can't change it exactly, but I could just say thank you, Lord,
That's it.
and give it to him and let him handle it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah. Ooh.
So yeah, it's definitely been a transformation.
Okay.
And I prayed sometime too for like God to like work in me
Yeah.
so I could be a light, like, show, so he could show through me,
That's right.
you know,
Yeah.
like real talk,
Yeah.
real talk.
And he does that. He does that.
Yeah,
He definitely uses you as the vessel and
yeah,
allows your light to shine.
yeah.
And so when someone else sees you, I mean, that's how I seen you when I met you. You
Oh,
know, we
thank
met,
you.
and all I could see is, number one, the first time we actually met, which is in a totally different setting, and I remember seeing you for the first time, but all I could see is a light and a smile. That's what I seen first, the smile. So then when I seen you for the second time, I seen the same smile. I was like, I don't forget a face. Number one, I don't forget faces, but I also don't get genuine smiles.
Yeah.
We don't see enough people smiling
No, we don't. We
because
don't.
so many people are hurting,
Yep.
and so many people are dealing with things that are far beyond their control sometimes. And sometimes they don't want to smile because maybe it's hard for them to smile,
Yeah.
because what they're dealing with is so heavy that they don't even want nobody to know.
Yeah.
Because number one, it might be embarrassing to them, or they may feel judged.
Yeah.
We go, people are going through that right now. And I remember there was a season in my own life where I was embarrassed about a lot of things, and I was afraid of judgment,
Yeah.
not just from God, but judgment from people,
Yeah.
how they would look at me, so
Yeah.
girl, we could spend time here going
Right.
into things, but I want to make sure we move it along. But this is a great conversation.
Yeah.
This is why I love these conversations, because it's important for people to really understand, where you are.
Yeah.
And then also where You Grow Girl it comes from, when it comes to this platform and sharing the things that women are doing in their with their faith, and trusting God and drawing strength. And so I do want to jump into mentorship with you. And so mentorship is so important to me,
Yeah.
and I'm sure it's important to you too. Has there been anybody in your life that has been like a mentor to you, or a mentor now that's helping you and guiding you through, this next season of life for you?
Yes. Actually, Coach Blaza.
Oh,
She
Coach
has
Plaza.
exactly. She
Yes.
mentored me.
Yes.
Um. Uh. My other mentor. I forgot her name. Poor God.
It's all right.
I'm gonna have to clip that one
Yep, no
out.
problem. No problem.
But no, she's over Time for Change.
Kim Carter.
Kim Carter. Doctor. I don't
Yes.
know how I just blanked
Yes.
out. Dr. Kim Carter.
Dr. Kim Carter
She's a
Tillman.
mentor to me
Mm-hmm.
as well. Of course, our bishop.
Yes.
That's automatic.
Yes.
And yeah, those have been the three mentors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me so I'm gonna go further with that a little bit. Like, why do you think mentorship is, I would say, why do you think mentorship is important for someone?
I think it's important because sometimes we lose our identity in life.
Mm,
And so to stay on track
okay.
and to have somebody else to support you through everything, like certain trials or certain tribulations, or just having like to help you with your vision in life,
Yes.
I feel like that is what is necessary for a mentor, even if it's for like just emotional support.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I think it's very important.
Yeah, absolutely it is. I always say that you need and we talk about this on my job all the time, is that you need a mentor and you need a sponsor. You need
Mm.
someone who's going to be your truth teller. You need someone
Yeah.
that's going to help you emotionally, through whatever you're dealing with in that season. But you also need a sponsor, somebody that's talking about you, for you, in rooms that you're not in.
That's
You
what
know
I
what I mean?
need.
Yeah. So someone that will, be able to, that might have a seat at the table, right? That can be able to say, hey, I know this girl named Brittany. Like, she does this and she does
Yeah.
that. She's amazing, that type of thing. And I think that's important for even a lot of young people to understand the importance of mentorship and sponsorship and what that all means, because it's when you get into the workforce, or if you're an entrepreneur, you want to be that for somebody
Yeah.
else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, that takes me to some of the business things you brought up a little bit earlier. So, Brittany, like, what are you currently working on? As you guys can see, you guys may not be able to see, but I have Brittany's new book that just released, and so she's gonna talk about that. But she's got some other things going on and cooking up right now, and so I want her to
Yes.
talk about that. But we could start with whatever you want to start with.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with my nonprofit.
Yes.
So it's called Cater to You with Love,
Hmm.
and it's a nonprofit for single parents,
Okay.
um, centered around mental health and building
Mhm.
community. And
Yeah.
so the reason why I started that is because I know there was a time where I was a single mom.
Yes.
Well, I am a single mom, but
Yes. Yes.
feeling lonely.
Mm.
Feeling like I need someone to talk to. Feeling like, dang, I wish I had a village.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I didn't understand what a village was.
Okay.
And I was always told, okay, look, you got to be strong. Of course, us black women, you got to be strong.
That's
You got to
right.
be resilient. You got to push through.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, how much can I push?
Right.
Like,
I ain't got no more pushing
exactly.
it.
And so it's like, I, just feeling tired.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, I do want help. I
Right.
do want to accept it, and just having to unlearn a lot of things.
Okay.
And so, relearning that it's okay to ask for help.
Yeah.
Relearning that it's okay to have a community. It's okay
Right.
to have those to talk to and vent to from time to time, so you won't lose your mind.
Right.
Because sometimes we sit in our thoughts, and like you were saying earlier, we feel like um we don't have anyone to talk to, or we feel like we might get judged.
Mm-hmm.
And just trying to have that safe space. And
Yeah.
so I know for me, I wanted a safe space. I
Right.
wanted a group of people. So it started actually with, it was just supposed to be a women's group.
Okay.
And then from there, it was me and my friend. We would have like Zoom meetings
Okay.
every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then kind of things happen, life happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then I went back to school, and I was
Mm-hmm.
going to turn it into a club,
Okay.
but my GPA wasn't up to par
That's all
for
right.
it to be a club.
That's all
So
right.
they were like, okay, that's not going to happen. So um, somebody was like, oh, you can make it into a nonprofit. A friend of mine at the time.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, okay, I didn't think about that, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then I was told, oh, it might take a long time. It's going to be a long
Mm-hmm.
process. And then I got inspired again. It was just different things
Yeah.
happen. I had spoke to someone else, and they were like, oh, yeah, you can do it. Like, it's easy, like, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do a nonprofit.
Yeah.
So I thought about also incorporating men to single fathers.
Okay.
So not just single moms, but single fathers too, because they also go through challenges
Absolutely,
as well. And
they do.
There's no resources out there
No.
for single dads.
No.
So yeah, so it's pretty much based around that, and just keeping families together,
That's right.
because during COVID and just over the years, you hear how people are killing themselves, their families, and they just losing it, or
Yeah.
they feel like they just have nothing else to live for, but you have children to live for.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I feel like, well, not that I feel like, but
all right.
that's why I created the nonprofit.
Yeah.
Cater to You with Love, because it's like to cater to your needs, to
That's
cater
right.
to your mental health, to cater to your family and their needs.
That's right.
So yeah.
That's amazing. That is beautiful. More to come on that, y'all. It's
Yeah.
coming. Look, it is coming, and we
Yeah.
are excited about it. I'm excited about it for you. It is something that is needed. And we need more conversations around those uncomfortable things, especially for men.
Yes.
I think sometimes it's hard for them to, sit down and have a conversation. I know I have a book here in my space where it talks about men's mental health,
Yeah.
and the importance of them, writing down things.
Yeah.
Women, we always talk about how we journal and how we do things, right? And how we have our quiet moments to write out our thoughts.
Yep.
But, being able to show men that they can also do the same,
Yes.
right? Whether you're a single mom or a single dad, being able to have those moments,
Hmm.
so to you,
With love.
cater to you with love.
Yes.
Okay, I love that. I
Yeah.
love that, y'all. That's gonna be good. More to come on that, okay?
Yes.
All right. So let's get into the book
Yes.
because I seen this on Instagram, y'all. And I said, wait a minute, what? We got a whole, your hair is universal. Girl, please tell us about this. Where, I guess what I want to know is that what made you, number one, write the book? And then, what was kind of like the inspiration, like behind it all?
So originally, I wrote the book for my kids.
Okay.
It was just supposed to be for my kids. So
Okay.
I had went online one day and I saw this lady. She had made a book for her kids,
Okay.
and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. That's nice. I want to do that." Like,
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, it was a post. I thought so. I had wrote it twice. I didn't
Okay.
realize that last year I wrote it when I was at a down point in my life,
Okay.
but I was going through some paperwork like
Okay.
about a month ago, and I realized, or probably not a month ago, but it was a few weeks back.
Okay.
And I realized that I had wrote it before. So originally, it was supposed to be a book to help my sons understand that your hair is universal. Like our hair, we could do anything to it.
Yes.
Like it doesn't matter if it's straight, curly, coily,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it, it's okay. You have to be okay with yourself and who you are.
That's right.
So, yeah, that's where that came from. And then just
Wow.
my own experiences. I used to
Okay.
wear, I'll go to work, wear an afro to work, and they're like, "Oh my God, can I touch it?" Like, that's
Right.
nice. And I'm like, okay. Like,
Right. Right.
like,
Yeah.
and so that's where it originally came from. And then I just, like, around November last year is when I actually started putting everything together.
Okay.
And then spring of this year is when I started actually, like, putting it together for Amazon.
Okay.
And I just was like, I just had an urgency to put it out.
Mm-hmm.
And so this last time, it was a day before his graduation. I was like, God, look, I need this book to go out.
Look.
I'm tired.
Right.
Like,
right.
can you please help me put this book out?
Yes.
Because I don't want to have to keep working on this. And so that's when, like, literally, I had got, like, a few days later, like, it went through.
Wow.
And I was like, thank you, God.
Yes.
And then so, yeah, I was talking to a friend the other day, and she was telling me how it inspired her. And I didn't realize how many people, like, not only is it was helping for kids, but
Yes.
it's like I was I think we had spoke before, it's like to help the inner child.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm like, even adults is like feeling good about the book for just themselves,
Right.
because of what they went through their childhood. So
Yes.
I feel like it was meant, like God had pressed me to make this book, not just for my kids, but for everybody.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like way outside of all the dreams and, like, things that I had thought for myself. I never thought about being an author.
And look what happened.
I never thought about being an author. Like, my past was, I want to be, in music or in fashion or in art, something in that field, but not, might not sing, but I wanted to write, for artists and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
But yeah, I'm just like, wow. And it's funny because I did a lot of network marketing in the past.
Okay.
And never did it gain any traction. Like, people will ignore me. Like, I'm like hitting you up like, hey, can you buy this? They're like, no. Like, I'm good. But now, no, since I put the book out, I'm like, wow, a lot of people are like, oh, it's dope and it's this and that. And I was like, wow, that's
that means a lot.
Yeah.
It does.
So I feel like, yeah, it was a book to put out, for my kids.
Right.
But I feel like it's for many other people too.
It's so much more than that. I mean, obviously, when you first put it out, that's the first thing I seen. I remember opening up my Instagram and seeing that and sharing it right away, because not only is it something that caught my eye right away, I love all the pictures that are on there of all the little brown babies, okay, with all different types of hairstyles and it talking about your hair being universal, because it truly is. And when you mention about wearing your hair in an afro to work, my mom did that for a while. She would do that at work, and she would tell me, everybody would be like, what? Like,
Yeah.
you got an afro? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, that ain't new, like, it's
Exactly.
not new, it's
It's
not, it's
natural.
natural, right? It's not strange. It's
Exactly.
naturally what our hair looks like, right? And so being able to say it's okay. But back to what you said about, you putting the book out and going to God and asking him, like, Lord, we got to get this book going. Okay,
Yeah.
like, I don't know what the hold up is, but I
Right.
don't want to put it in the, put it away again, because a friend of mine told me, if something that you really want to do, it comes around and then it leaves, but then it comes around again,
Yeah.
then there's a reason why it comes around again. It's almost like your confirmation
Yeah.
that this needs to happen. Whether you have to do this scared, or
Mm-hmm.
you have to just do this unapologetically, whatever it is,
Yeah.
right? Like, and not even the thought of you being an author, but God said, you are an author. The work that
Yes.
you put in is worth being out there for everybody to see,
Yeah.
not just your children. Your children will now see it and be proud that this was for them, inspired by them,
Mm-hmm.
for everybody else.
Yeah.
And so to me, like, that is the gift and the blessing that you have now given the world,
Yeah.
and now people are purchasing the book. So where can they get the book, so that way they'll know where to get it and all that stuff? I know you brought it up, but tell them where to get it.
Yes, you can get it on Amazon.
Yes, go to Amazon, look up Your Hair is Universal, get your book. Her name is Brittany. Get the book, get the book, get the book. Okay, so you want to make sure that you cop the book. Um, I have just maybe one more question for you,
Okay.
and it's all around like passion, purpose, alignment. If you had to kind of just look out, right? And we know that God orders our steps and we walk by faith but not by sight, right? But if you had to look out and think about purpose, passion, and alignment, where do you see yourself? We talked about your nonprofit, we talked about your book, and the book is doing well. But in terms of your nonprofit, where do you see that in the next 6 months to a year?
I would say within a year, I
Okay.
would like it to be actually flowing,
Okay.
having workshops for the parents,
Yes.
doing like Parent and Me
Mm-hmm.
classes.
Okay.
And I'm still in the works of figuring that out,
Yeah.
but I do want to see it actually like in full,
Yes.
like transit, in full position
That's
from
right.
there. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. Okay. All right, y'all. So we heard it. We, in a
Yeah.
year, prayerfully, this is what is going to happen, for you. And I'm really excited about how the book is doing for you. I'm so grateful that you chose to spend your afternoon with me, little old me, on the You Grow Girl podcast. But before I ask you the grow question, I think one final thought would be just some advice.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna watch this episode like they do a few of my other episodes, and I am so grateful, y'all, to y'all grow for the grow family. Thank y'all for watching my episodes. But what kind of advice would you give to maybe a single mom that's really trying to find their passion?
I would say don't give up.
That's right.
Don't give up. Keep God first and really intentionally do it. Even if that means you spending like some hours in your room alone while the kids asleep, of course.
Yeah, yeah,
If that's at night, which is the best time.
yeah.
I would say really spend some time and just write out, journal, um, and really, you know, focus in on, yeah, don't get off track. So, like, say if you have a passion in something, make sure that you stay on track and
That's
not
right.
start adding other things to your plate that
Ooh.
would that would deter you or would remove you off your path to your passion and what it is that your purpose is.
Oh, that's good. That's so good, because I think sometimes, and maybe I'm speaking for myself, like, I'll start something and then I'll be in the midst of it and I'll
Mm-hmm.
start something else and I'm like, oh God, this
Yep.
this other thing is falling apart. Like,
Yeah.
Stick to what it is that you want.
Yeah.
That's good advice.
And giving yourself grace, because our
Mm-hmm.
kids sometimes they will get us out of character. They'll get us frustrated, especially if things started to go down here hill for us. We
Yeah,
need to like give ourselves grace and give our kids grace and understand that they are just children,
that's right.
and of course they want our time from time to time. So to just you know try to pray to God and
Yeah,
keep yourself centered with Him at all times.
that's right. That's right. No, that's good advice, Brittany. Very,
Yeah.
very good advice. Um, okay, so my last and final question is what I ask all my guests when they come onto the show is the grow and you grow girl stands for gratitude, resilience, obedience, and worthy. And so which one of those words resonates with you and why?
So gratitude,
Resilience,
resilience.
obedience, and worthy.
Wow. I would say obedience.
Okay. Okay.
Obedience, and the reason why I chose obedience is because being obedient to God
Mm-hmm.
and allowing Him to, you know, help me walk my path.
That's right.
Because going back to what we were talking about earlier, you know, um, giving your yes to God,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm,
Mm-hmm.
starting to see those changes now that I have.
Yeah,
So just being obedient
that's right.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Love that. Love that. So, you guys, Brittany, first of all, thank you so much for your
You're
time. I
welcome.
really, really appreciate you coming onto the show today.
Yes.
Um, I love when people get to experience people in this way, and really see them in a different way, because a lot of times people come onto the show and certain people be like, oh my God, I just seen such and such on the podcast, but this space is for women to uplift them, to empower them, to inspire them, and for you all to inspire others by just the grace that you have in your own experiences, as well as advice that you have. And so I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me today. I just want to tell you all, don't forget, she's got a nonprofit coming soon, y'all. And then she's also got her book that you can get on Amazon, which is called Your Hair is Universal. This is your girl Kat from the You Grow Gurl Podcast. I want to say thank you for tuning in with us once again. You guys have an incredible rest of your week. I love you, and y'all take care. Bye, everybody.